There are some cars that look great as models as toy cars, but if you blow it up to like 64 times its size, it's kind of terrible in my opinion. And I don't agree with YouTube comments a lot. Usually I despise them and avoid them like the plague, as most people do. But in this case, I agree. I watched a video on this specific car, and everyone was talking about how ugly the interior is, and I 100% agree. This is the Mansory Coastline, which is a modified version of the Rolls-Royce Cullinan. Now, Cullinan is a good-looking car in my opinion. So Mansory modification to it, you can see the carbon fiber around here. Looks good for the most part, except the interior, which just look. I mean, as a model, it looks great. It's wonderful. Like the color is great, but like, can you imagine driving in this car? I'm not getting a Rolls Royce anytime soon, but like, if I can never get that kind of money, I'm definitely not gonna get this. One of the comments are saying there are 8 Cullinan. Oh no, there are 8 Mansory coastlines in the world, and that's 8 too many. Yeah, that means the ugly car. If people like it, they like it, right? I'm not gonna judge. Well, I'm gonna judge, but if they like it, I'm glad they are getting enjoyment out of it. And this is by a 164 model by Time Model. Now, Time Model is not a company I'm very familiar with, so I am not. It's a Chinese company. You can see Mansory Cullinan Time Model. This is their logo. So you can see it's a T over M, and yeah. So you do see this is kind of the cardboard covering of a acrylic case. You can see all the warning signs. There's not too much, right? But you can see the I'm actually just gonna move the car out of the way just for a second. This is the base. I don't know what this is made of, honestly. Why is there I'm actually gonna clean that out probably. You can see a bit of the paint down here, which not a good sign, but I don't think any paint is missing from the model. I gave it a pretty good look. I don't know, is this marble? It's really heavy. The first thing I noticed when I got it out of the mail was like, it's really heavy. It's not the most expensive thing in the world, honestly, as far as 164 models go. This was $30 shipped all the way from China. By the way, eBay uses SpeedPack, which is just a weird service. Like going from China to the United States didn't take that long, but like it just got stuck in the United States for like weeks on end. Well, not weeks on end, for like probably a week to 10 days, something like that. I'm not reading it specifically. And then it was just not moving, and I asked for their customer service. They gave me a USPS tracking number, and for days on end, it was just like pre-shipment. It hasn't been received. And this morning, I was throwing away the recycle. I was doing my recycling, and I saw this in the mail, and I was like, oh, it's here already. So it's weird. It's not slow, but you can see the acrylic case. The size-wise, it's very similar. It's almost the exact same size as, say, Tarmac Works, which means it's a little bigger than the acrylic case for Inno64. But unlike Inno64 or Tarmac Works, it's not stackable. You can see it's completely flat. There's no it's not hollowed out, so you can fit the clear casing underneath. So you can't stack them as you can with Tarmac Works. Excuse me, as an Inno64. But they're still being sold for roughly the same price. I don't have a lot of experience with these super expensive high-end stuff, but yeah, pretty much the exact same price. And for the price, I think it's really gorgeous. Honestly, it's at least as good, if not better. And let's look at the model itself. Oh, by the way, this is $30 for the quote-unquote deluxe version, and I don't know what the exact differences are. I think the for the model itself, it's only a different color rims. I think the standard release is like black rims, so this one is silver, which is better looking anyway. And it also comes with this. Comes with a figure. This is a coastline, right? It's you get a figure, you get surfboards, and I'm not quite sure what this is yet, but I feel like it's probably like a stand for it's probably a stand for the surfboard, but I'm not sure about that. It's a nice surfboard, by the way. It's some kind of plastic. It's not metal. It says Rolls-Royce on here in the Mansory Coastline colors. Mansory, by the way, is a German modifier or whatever. And this figure again is kind of like it's like plastic or hard rubber. I would assume it's similar material that Johnny Lightning or Greenlight does their figures. So I was like, and this was only like a few dollars more expensive than the regular release. Like, why not? Might as well get the higher quality one. It's not like I'm getting a ton of these anyway. And I would assume this is kind of like something like rubber cement or a sticky substance to help the figure as well as the surfboard stand. Yeah, you can feel it. It's, it's sticky on the side. It's poking out a little. Let's try. And also, like I said, I'm not really sure what this is, but it does say time model. I feel like you can probably flip the outside up to a B8. Yeah, that's probably exactly what it is. But I'm not gonna do that. I don't want to do that, at least not anytime soon. This is kind of the extra you get, and like I said, I'm pretty sure the model itself is distinct. It's exclusive as well, which is nice. Well, I mean, it's a nice business tactic, is what I'm saying. Like, if people do like this car or like time models, you can't just get the like the cheaper version. You can't get like the standard release. Like, even if you're only going for the car, you still need to get both releases if you want to collect every time model release. And I got this mostly because there's barely any Rolls-Royce in 164 range, and it's nice to have one here. And like I said, this one is really, really good. Now, a lot of these more model-focused brands, for instance, Tarmac Works, 64, Kyosho, what you have, it all have metal bodies and plastic bases, but this one actually has metal base as well. It's in their promotional images, they do say in simplified Chinese, obviously it says it also has a alloy base, so it feels heavy. That's almost literally what they said. I'm not really sure how to translate that word to word verbatim, but it's pretty much what they said. And you can see it is pretty heavy. The acrylic case itself is really heavy, as I do suspect like it's marble or something, some kind of stone on the bottom. You can see it's metal base, really nice base. Not much in the sense of writing, time model made in China. Screwed here and screwed here, and you can see this is how it gets screwed to the base, which I'm not sure how easy it's going to be to screw it back to the base, but I'm sure if I found a way to unscrew it, I can still screw it back, right? Nice matte finish, really, really cool. The paint is extremely on point. Like, this is really good. Like I said, even though it's being sold for around, say, maybe a little more, well, yeah, it's definitely more expensive than Tarmac Works or 64. But on the other hand, this is a very recent release, so maybe I don't know how normally time models will sell. It's really good. Like, you can see the Mansory print is really on point. Yeah, the headlights are inserted pieces. You can see the Spirit of Ecstasy. This is where it starts to get like, I'm fine with this on a model car, but like, man, if it's on a real car, like, why just use like the regular silver, right? Oh, by the way, one thing you really want to pay attention to is the windshield wipers. You can see, yeah, it's not clinging to the windshield. It's actually a separate piece that is actually free floating, and that's really, really cool. I haven't seen that done by another company. And you also see like this stripe going down the car, in this kind of light blue color going all the way across one side, and you can see the carbon fiber black down here, keyhole. It's all extremely well done. You can see the same thing, stripes going down here. It's all good, yeah. And even though I don't like the color of the interior, just way too tacky in my opinion, but you can see it's replicated really, really well. It's like a really sharp interior. It's the only other place I've seen this kind of interior detail with this kind of sharpness will be in 64. Well, Tarmac Works too, I think. Tarmac Works in 64, which is, again, is very comparable to these brands, with pretty much the only difference being the metal base, which doesn't really matter in my opinion. Yeah, great looking car, great looking model car of a pretty, in my opinion, as well as many other people, tacky car in real life. But yeah, it's a great model. Yeah, it's great, and I'm really, time models, this is my first look, but if their quality control is like this, it's probably not going to be my last purchase. And now I'm gonna try to screw it back to the base, which, like I said, is not gonna be easy, but we'll see. Oh, and let me just show you why I don't think it's gonna be easy. So, this is something you see a lot on like tarmac work. Well, you see all the time on tarmac works as well as NL64 as well. You know, this is the base, right? Which usually is kind of a very generic thing. You can use it for a lot of stuff, just with different prints, or in this case, different metal plaques. Pretty sure this is marble. And you have this plastic insert piece to put it right here, and this piece can be easily changed out for other pieces to fit different cars, right? But you can see the how can I? Yeah, there you go. But you can see the pieces is not going all the way. Like, don't know how the screw is gonna work on this one. Oh, by the way, it's just dirty. The black plastic, it's perfectly fine. But I feel like if I found a way to unscrew it, I don't think it's gonna be the most difficult thing to screw it back, right? I mean, they definitely screw it in to begin with. Oh, so that's gonna be a challenge, but I don't think it's just probably gonna be a bit annoying. That's all, but we'll see about that. That's it for this video. Again, like I said, this is a really cool model, and you don't get a lot of Rolls-Royce on the market for. Oh, it rolls, but not super well. But as far as these model, you can see it's acting up. Yeah, but as far as these kind of true model displays go, it's definitely on the better. It's definitely better than Tarmac Works or NL64 is ever gonna get you, which is really nice. And the tires fit really well. Yeah. So overall, a great car, a time model. I'm definitely gonna look for other stuff when I feel like not eating for a week. That's it for today. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.